There we go. There we go. There we go. If you are new to this routine, just please understand that YouTube tends to be idiotic, and that I have to prepare some stuff here on the back end before it lets me officially publicly go live. Apologize for the inconvenience. But I will be with you shortly. That is a promise. And I am a promise keeper. No matter what Marilena says. Okay. I mean, let's just be honest. She has a very biased opinion. I've let her know that several times. I feel like that's very hearable, and I don't want to get claimed already. I don't want to get claimed at all. Let's see. Did I already do everything? Feels a little bit too good to be true, if you ask me. I think we're good. I actually do think we're good. Let's shut some of this down. No way, bro. No way, bro. You didn't even give me the opportunity, dude. Listen, this is... Look, this has happened before. This has happened in the past with different people. I feel like it's happened with like T. Nally. It's happened with like Ordinary P, David Flores. Hey, dude. And look, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't want to, you know, you're doing your thing. You're staying busy out there. You're being responsible. And maybe I'm just slipping in the beanie a little bit. And maybe I just don't remember. But I was feeling like, you know what? I feel like I haven't seen Caimon in a while. I just hope he's doing good. I hope he's thriving. I hope everything's all right. I hope he's stacking that paper. I hope he's keeping that tire shine on. Hope he's doing his thing, living his life. But I just, man, I miss that dude. I haven't seen. And then, you know what? You know what happened? And this will sound familiar to some of you guys. Every once in a while that happens. And then I'll stream. I'll be thinking about someone like that. And then I'll stream. And then that stream, they'll pop up. And I'm like, no way, I was just thinking about this person. And I'm like, man, I wish I would have said it, because now you're going to think I'm just saying that. And when I was setting up this stream right now, I was going to come in and be like, hey, you know what? I just, I hope this dude's doing good. He was on my beanie. And you beat me to it, dude. You were the first one in here. I couldn't even say anything. Because I wanted to get ahead of the game. I was actually gonna say something like, I'm gonna say this before he gets here, because I was feeling like I was feeling premonitional, and I was like, I was like, I have a feeling that he's gonna be here because he was on my beanie, because that's just always how it goes. Right when I'm like, man, I feel like, what do they do? What's going on? Every time I feel that way, the person shows up. So I was gonna try to like make a joke about it, and be like, I'm gonna bring him up first, and then watch. He's gonna show up, and then there you. He opened up the doors, turn on the lights, and look, lunch break quickness. You see what I'm saying? He's out there being a responsible member of society, contributing, paying his taxes, paying other people's way. Love to see it, man. So good to see you, man. Been busy couple weeks. Been big ATF guy lately. Dude, come on out here holding it down for the ATFers. Holding it down for the ATFers. You predict these things. Predict these things. Bro, how come I can't say without hiccuping? I thought hiccuping was a psyop. What is the trend of hiccups lately in this chat? What's happening? Is someone contagious? Thank you, Kamon. Thank you for holding it down for the ATFers. It's beautiful to see you, bro. Beautiful to see you. It's a breath of fresh air, dude. And thank you for being so loyal and faithful that you're even making the time to make a dent in the ATF community, even when you're not able to be here with us in real time. Dude, I think I got like Cinnamon Toast Crunch in my throat. I think I have some Cinnamon Toast Crunch that wanted to just settle, just be some squatters right here in my throat. Oh. ARG! What up, GM and Dojo fam? We got Low Seth, Mystical Ninja, Legendary Gnome. What's up, Drew? Mike Alfieri. It's a little bit of a different, you know, when we start early at a adult time, you know, like when the adults are awake and active and doing their things. A lot of the time, I catch you at a weird time. I know when you're settling down, trying to prepare dinner, trying to have dinner, trying to go to sleep. Turd Ferguson. Darren Miguel. Hey, early stream. We're here for it. Yeah, I wanted to be even earlier. But, I had a little bit of a slow morning. I like streaming in the morning, though. Streaming in the morning is kind of nice. Marloca! I would stream a lot more often in the morning if hopefully my schedule starts leaning toward that and I could fall asleep. Dude, I have the worst. Now I'm starting to realize like I wasn't wrong. I believe I do have insomnia, because before it was just me like, oh, I have insomnia, and I just keep scrolling. How come I can't sleep? Oh, it's so hard. And this is me. Oh, look. If for those of you that can't see, I'm just scrolling on my phone. Oh, how come I can't sleep? Oh, you know. But I've been lately not doing that, and I'm just turning. It's too hot, man. It's too hot. I wish I could put the air to like 58 degrees and I would sleep so good. Anyway. Michael Fury! Hans Hamon! Michael Fury's been a blessing to Hans Hamon on a Monday morning. Thank you, Michael Fury. Lord Racer. Have we been doing movie night? Feel like I haven't seen that noto come up. Dude, Patreon is taking its cues from YouTube, bro. You would think that Patreon would be like our sweet escape. It would be like everything that YouTube is not. You would think, dude, like everything that Patreon is supposed to, like, being that way to support and that extra shoot off of, like, it's just frustrating to even think about, because it in a strong sense, Patreon is supposed to be that safety, like, from YouTube, where it's different and there's actual support there and you could do different things, a little bit more freedom. And I feel like back in the day, it was like no question about the notifications. And lately, that has been a theme. It has absolutely been a trend. And we've been having people pop up either like at the very end of a movie night or the next day, be like, hey, is there a movie this week? And I'm like, what the? And I don't even know what to say about that. Because when I look on the back end, every time I click, yeah, let's do a movie, let's go live, whatever, it shows the little checkbox, just like it does on YouTube, that it's going to go out to all the subscribers, that's going to send a push notification. Do I want that to go out? And I'm like, yes, of course. I just don't know how to even explain why it's being like that now. It's so annoying, dude. Wait, where are we at? I missed some stuff. Adolimol! What the heck? MMA, some dudes on the Epstein list? What? Why are you saying that? What happened? Did you hear my Steven Seagal song? Wait a minute. One of those songs you sent me was a Steven Seagal song? If one of those songs you sent me was a Steven Seagal song, I guess I haven't been hearing enough Steven Seagal songs. Do you mean it was like a cover? What the heck is this? Of course they do. Who's this? Someone got annoyed with me. There was this thing, I rarely comment on anything on Instagram ever, but I got triggered. I'm gonna be honest with you. Someone was doing. Have you seen those things going around on like TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram or whatever? It's like this funny concept where when you go to a no shoes house and you take off your shoes, and one of them is wearing like rubber gloves on one foot, like dishwashing gloves, and then the other one has like socks with like nothing but holes in them, like the whole half a foot is just hanging out, or like one of them is like a catcher's mitt, or just random stuff. Have you guys seen that? And then like everyone in the comments was like, this is disgusting, like who even, I forgot how they worded it, but everyone's like, who wears shoes inside? Wait, there's people who allow shoes in their homes? That's disgusting. Who would even wear shoes in their house? They're animals. What shoes is in a no-shoe house? And I'm like, what? What is this shoe? What's the shoe hate? And I refuse to believe no-shoe houses actually exist. Because I don't know. There's no way that there's not people here right now that have a no-shoes house. I understand that. I'm not trying to judge you. But they anger me. Bro, I can't even tell you how many times I've slept in my bed with my shoes on. Because it's just like I involuntarily fall asleep. And you're thinking, how'd you even get into the bed with your shoes on, though? I don't know, because my shoes were tied and I was like, I don't feel like taking them off right now. So I laid down and I watched some reruns of Home Improvement, and then, I'm asleep. And then I wake up the next morning. It's kind of like when you play video games. You know, have you ever played like Grand Theft Auto or whatever, and then you just fall asleep on the chair and then you wake up and you like to pass the time or whatever? I sleep all the time with shoes on a couch, on a bed. I don't know. It just seems a little hoity-toity for me. I don't know. I feel like the same people who take off their shoes in their house are the people that when they go out to Chinese, they're like, oh, can I have some chopsticks? I use forks. I use the modern, more efficient item every other day of my life because clearly it's more efficient. And that's what we've adapted to because it's more efficient and logical. But we're having Chinese. Can I have some chopsticks? I just feel like I don't know. I understand that I may be the minority here. I understand that. I've accepted that. I feel like Ian Gary has a no shoes household. And I know that even if you have a no shoes household and you're upset with me right now, I feel like Ian Gary has a no shoes household. And even if you don't like my sentiment, I know that you feel the same way and you understand. Even though it's like you can't quite articulate it, you know that I'm right. Ian Gary has a no shoes household. It's just something that you know innately within you. Wait a minute. So one of those songs was a Steven Seagal song? ARGR! We are family. Cause I got all my homies with me. Thank you so much, ARGR. He just blessed 125 gubs. 125 gubs. You got to scope the membership tab. There's a lot of goodies in there waiting for you. Thank you, ARJR. By the way, Kaimon, we've absolutely been doing movie night. I don't know what the heck is going on with the notifications. I need to send them an angry email and say, what are you doing? Why don't you rename yourself YouTube? I think I need to make the last couple public as well. If you go on the Patreon, here's what happens. Every time we do a movie night, maybe like an hour or so after it's over, it processes and everything. And then I have the ability to go into the back of the platform and make sure that the video that we just did is now public for everyone to watch. So if they want to come by and watch it after the fact, I wish it would just do it automatically, but it doesn't. And then I think I have a couple weeks right and go back and do that. I need to do that. So it might look like we haven't done a couple weeks because of that, but we have. So I'll go do those. Shoot. Sneaking up on you. You got to keep that head on a swivel, David. Shoot, I'm already back. Hold on. I'm not going to let this happen today. I'm not going to let this happen. I've started sleeping without blankets on some psychopath stuff. Been awesome. Too hot here for them. Dude, You know the weird thing, like, it's obviously too hot for me as well. But there's something about the blanket that it's like 100% like a comfort thing. So it's like, dude, that's pretty heavy what you're doing right there, Kaimon. Like, that's some kind of like intestinal fortitude, kind of like the fact that you've ridded yourself of all type of like comfort and like that thing that you reach for and clutch to. You're just like, chale. That's impressive, dude. Wait, unadapted. I think I might have mixed something up. That hasn't even happened yet. He's had practices and stuff like that and things that we take him to he has nonstop practices. But the actual tournament is starting in a couple days. And it's gonna get tricky. It's going to get tricky. I may have to be streaming on the road. It's going to last a few days. It's going to get a little bit interesting. Finishing a floor project. Heck yeah, man. Putting that honest work in. Leon Enriquez! Work, 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 work. Enriquez has to work, 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 work. I'm under the hood chasing the light while listening to the truth. Under the hood. Oh, you working on the car right now? You have ADHD for sure. Maybe the TISM joined the club. It's nice to be able to put names to the weird stuff we do. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about because I couldn't sleep? It's terrible, man. I just keep thinking of everything. All the failures in life and whatnot. What I would like to eat the next day, but I can't. Thinking about my movie. Dude, I want to tell you guys some stuff, but I don't want to be a tease, you know? As it becomes more real and tangible, but like things are happening. Things are happening. The movie made some moves yesterday. It's making moves. Heck yeah, Christopher Keefe. I'm glad you're able to pop in for a moment, dude. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like going early so I could catch people on the lunch break. It's nice. I believe. I don't think I'm trying real hard to make sure I'm not going to misspeak here and have to change anything. I'm highly certain that the movie's going to work out tomorrow evening. That should work out. That's the only possibility this week. I have to try to make that work. Some people might not be willing to admit they have the notification for Patreon off, the notification setting. Like I apparently did. Might be worth telling people to check because I don't remember doing that. Hey, where do you even see that? That's funny, bro. Where do you even see that? Is it like on the app? Notification setting for Patreon off. Oh, do you mean like in the phone itself? Like, you know how even if you have the bow on YouTube and you say yes, all notifications, but if you don't have that specific notification on the phone itself, is that what you think is going on? Shoot. Or that's what it was? Dang it. SSFM. Steven Seagal something. Shoot, I wonder if that's what it is. Hold on, let me see, dude. Oh, you know what? This is something I need to do more often because sometimes I try to play stuff during a stream and I'm scared to play it loud. I don't know why I never thought of this before. It's kind of embarrassing that I haven't thought about this before. Let's put some headphones on. Oh, there's another. Wait, what the heck? Oh, there's another grouping. There's another grouping of emails here that was another day, it looks like. Because we were emailing on like I think that's from like the 23rd. Oh, okay, I see SSFM. His voice is in there. It's not fair. For those of you wondering what the heck is going on right now, I'm listening to a song that Mystical Ninja wrote about Steven Seagal. Oh, dude. Dude, is this like a combo of you actually doing like handheld instruments? Like you're actually playing this guitar, and then maybe a mixture of this, and then like creating beats on like GarageBand or something? Is that like a, how do you even say it? I don't know, because I don't use those. I don't know what the terminology is. Because it sounds like you're playing the string instruments, and then I don't know if you use like a beat maker for the percussion stuff. I love how you actually insert clips from his movies. Let me play the whole thing and actually, cause I don't want to. I want to do it justice. You know, I am out. I'm actually out for justice. And I want to make sure I give it its due and actually take in all the lyrics and listen to it properly, because I'm going to be a wreck right now while I'm also doing a stream. But that's I didn't expect to hear Seagal's voice right off the bat, man. That's good. That's a nice touch. And you reminded me of something, because I'm in my emails right now. And I want to be respectful to people. I didn't know what was going on the other day. I was very confused because I wasn't even streaming anymore. And it was like, is there some kind of a movement going on right now? Wait. What the heck? Wait a minute. This doesn't make any sense. I might have to take that back. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glitching right now. What the heck? What was that all about? Okay. Probably never mind. Okay, never mind. I just want to say thank you if those people happen to be watching right now. I don't understand what's going on because I don't see them right now in the app or in my email, so I don't know why it's not showing up right now, but I did see them the other day. I think it was Saturday after that fight morning stream. It was maybe like a few hours after the stream. There was like a few donations on PayPal that came through. And I was like, what the heck? And it was just like someone threw one down, and then like 20 minutes later, another one. Then like 40 minutes later, another one. I was like, what is happening? It was like some people got together and they were like wanting to be generous or something. I didn't even understand it. So I just want to say thank you. That was just showing up out of nowhere. Very good timing. Very, very good timing. And it was very, very much noticed and appreciated. So thank you for that. What the? I think they're non-Americans because that was American. I wear shoes everywhere separate from bouncy houses. And some houses do have the rule with because they got carpet. I wash every part of my body that touches outside my room, outside of my house. Oh, wait, what? You take a shower outside? You have like an outside shower so you don't take any germs in your house? Wow. That's like some Howie Mandel type stuff right there. Wow. You could wear shoes inside because America is so clean. Try doing that in India or any other third world country. Well, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't give America too much props on that one. If you've ever been to America, dude, Hindi Facts Info Channel, if you ever go to America and you go to like the mall, bro, imagine you just stop by, you go to Macy's or something, and you got to go to the bathroom. If you go to a public bathroom in America, okay, so one time, let me give you an example. One time pretty recently, and I tried to avoid public bathrooms at all costs. You know, it's some might say a phobia. But I was at a public bathroom, and I was in there for about 45 minutes. So Marilena thought that I had diarrhea because we had just left the whatchamacallit? It's the Mexican Chinese food. The one where the Mexicans cook it. What the heck is it called? Panda Express. So I was in the bathroom for 45 minutes. And she thought I had diarrhea. But the thing was, I was stuck in there. Because the floor was so sticky with pee. My shoes were literally, it's as if they were glued to the tile. My shoes were stuck to the floor. I couldn't get out of there, literally. I was on my feet, pants up. I literally couldn't take steps because of the stickiness of the pee-pee. If you ever been to a public bathroom in America, cancel your plans. People, I don't understand what it is. It's almost like some kind of a fetish. Like people, I remember one time I went to the fair. I went to the county fair and I walked into a stall and there was a whole mound, like a little pile of doo-doo plessy, like right beside the toilet, like right there on the floor. Now I could understand. I don't like it and I don't do it. But I could at least wrap my beanie around how someone that's maybe has severe vision problems, terrible hand-eye coordination, I don't know. I could see how people could miss when they're urinating. I could at least wrap my beanie around that, even though I don't agree with it, even though I think it's, very fixable. I don't know how they allow themselves to do it. But going doo-doo plessy, how do you miss that, bro? It's like if he was afraid of putting his cheeks on the toilet and like he squeezed it out and like chucked his cheeks toward the thing and was like trying to throw it in there and then he missed. Like if he refused to sit on it or something. I don't know. It was one of the wildest things I ever saw in my life. Right there, neatly placed beside the toilet, right there on the ground. But yeah, I'm just saying that Hindi Facts Info Channel to let you know America ain't all what it's cracked up to be. There's a lot of doo-doo plessy and pee-pee all over the ground. Shoot. ARJR! Ian has a no-shoe household, but it's not by his choice. I actually have insomnia and could literally never sleep with shoes, even if Khabib was choking me. Gary's wife wears her shoes in the no-shoes houses. Oh my gosh. Hey, David Flores, I was actually thinking about something like that. I was actually thinking about acting up and doing something like a late night with the Grandmaster in the parking lot, or just doing something, just sitting in the car or something. I don't know. I was thinking about it, bro. Yeah. Look, I know we crack jokes a lot, and there's a lot of things that we can't make fun of that dude about. There's a lot of things that we could make fun about. But there's a lot of really nice, really amazing, redeeming things about DC. And yeah, being the coach at the high school for free He's a good dude, man. The thing that they don't talk about though is, and I don't want this to take away from anything that he's doing, but I feel like it has to be said, or I feel like I would be perpetuating something dishonest. Daniel Comer is coaching the Gilroy High School wrestling team for free, but he is collecting KFC vouchers. So I know it's not quite the same. It's kind of a technicality, but I feel like I wouldn't be, I want to have integrity about what I'm saying. Marluca! Don't forget to hit the like. It helps the channel. Un shingo logo logo. Un shinga laga laga lago. It does. Once upon a time, I was completely against leaving these streams live after the fact. And now I leave them up for your viewing pleasure or listening pleasure. I think it's more listened to than watched, honestly. But now that I leave them up and I don't unlist them right away, it goes a long way if you guys like the video. Hey, Upstilo, what's up, man? Much love. Good seeing you around here, dude. I'm going to tease that I have things to tease, but I'm not going to give the tease. I know. I realized when I was saying it, that I was being kind of a tease about it. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited, but I don't want to get ahead of myself and then run into a wall and then be all depressed about it and be like, no, I'm embarrassed because I already said something about it. But just know, I can't say it. Weld hood, weld helmet. We call it a hood. Oh my gosh. I'm such a noob. That makes sense. Shoot, man, I didn't realize. I talk too much. Eric! Eric L7DC! Cause I got heck yeah. Upstilo just got blessed with a membership. Shoo! Shoo! Eric L7DC. Much love, dude. All the way from Germany. All the way from Germany. I love it, dude. Eric came in here the other day and told me that he was watching from Germany. I was like, that's crazy, dude. I remember when the Beatles were out there in Hamburg. Some other guy now taking my love away from me. Oh, and then like this dude is out here just representing from. Oh, that's beautiful, man. Beautiful. From Ilia Tapuera's homeland. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for blessing Upstilo. Damon in the house. I appreciate you, Upstilo. Heck yeah, man. When did I start the channel? In 2000. Well, that's a tough one. This channel was started, I believe, in like 2011 by the homie Alejandro from Vodo Studios. The Mexican martial arts was started in 2016. And then because of a course of events, Alejandro was like, just do your thing. And then I took off on my own with the channel. You know what? The homie Alejandro, and a lot of you know who that is, Vodo Studios and whatnot, deserves a lot of love and respect for that. Like every time I actually slow down and remember that and say it out loud, it's like, dude, he that could have been a whole back and forth and ugly, like annoying, frustrating thing. And he's just like, here, just do your thing, just take it, just take the channel. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, 2016 since we've been doing this. GM, you gonna watch Dugout Dads? It is insane that you're asking me that, Spade and McDysentery, because if that's what I think it is, I literally just saw the trailer last night and I almost wept. And I was like, I can't believe this is a thing. And it made me so ridiculously happy. Is that the one? Yes, it is. With the people from the Sandlot and Topanga. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. So for those of you that don't know, the movie The Sandlot, the classic, the legendary film, they're all grown up now and they're doing a movie together called Dugout Dads. And Topanga, yes, you heard that right. Topanga from Boy Meets World is in the movie as one of the dude's ladies. One of the dude's lady, I don't know. But yes, I want to. I can't wait. It looks unbelievable. It's crazy that you brought that up. I was just all excited about that movie. Where are we at? Where are we at? Yeah. Oh. What a horrific story to come back to after muting to take a call. Yeah, neatly placed. Very strategically. Oh. No offense to the underdeveloped countries, but I'm assuming some countries don't have running water to flush. I wonder how they deal with the waste. Okay, I don't know if this is true, but I heard back when I was in middle school, I heard how they dealt with this. So I used to go to school with some girl that was Filipino or Filipina, if you will. And she told me, because they don't have running water over there, and she told me that when they would go, because you know how like in America there's, you know, and whatever other Western whatever, there's certain ways that they potty train you. You get trained for a very specific routine. And this girl from the Philippines, she told me that when she was a toddler, what they would train them to do is when they felt the sensation that they had to go to the bathroom, they literally had to go out. And it was pretty, it was easily accessible because they all essentially live in the jungle, so there's stuff all around. It's not like you had to go very far, but when you had to go, you would go out and you'd go to the bathroom on a plant, you know, on some flowers, on a tree to help fertilize it. So it was kind of like a twofer. So yes, your body is doing its thing, it's metabolizing, it's coming out, going through its natural process, but it's kind of like a circle of life because you're not just flushing it away down, because when you think about it that way, the way that America does it is very selfish, very wasteful, no pun intended, very inconducive to nurturing your environment. So what they do, they actually go to the bathroom on their, you know, nature, and it helps it grow because of the fertilization. So it seems like they're behind the game because they don't have the running water and whatnot, but it forces them to do something that's actually better, I think. JR, clean up time. We got 24 more for the go. Clean up time. Clean up time. I think everyone's at work, ARJR. Shoot. I'm trying to, Stilo. I'm trying to, bro. Sometimes it's a little more difficult than others. Like the other night, dude. We did a movie night. And I think we wrapped it up a little late. And then I had to be up at like Well, I should have been up even earlier, but I woke up early for the fight morning companion, the Abu Dhabi event. But I feel a little bit better today. Grandmaster, what are your thoughts on the theory that the reason why Khabib, who won the fight with Conor, is because of all the exposing that Conor did at the press conference? The mob scared Dana? The mob scared Dana? Oh my gosh. I think it's similar. I'll put it like this. I think it's similar to the people that still are... I can't even believe this is a thing. I put it on par with the people that actually still say, oh, I wish we could have seen Khabib and Tony Ferguson. Like, if that would have been competitive. I think it's wild, dude. I think it's insane. Damon 2772 Nomad. All I could think is KFC.
Whose hot dog is this?
I don't have nothing to do with KFC. KFC, they've stepped their game up, man. KFC, they get a little bit feisty with their menu. They're starting to mix it up. They're starting to try to become as diverse as like Jack in the Box's menu. I like it, man. KFC goes hard. I feel like KFC is one of those places that a lot of people like to hate on and meme on, but I don't get it, dude. There's some good stuff there. Hey, yeah, Stilo, yeah, that was a rough time, dude. It was a rough time, and I went and did something that it's rough, dude. And I will forever. I know a lot of people hate salespeople, and they think they're annoying and slimy and stuff like that. And there's definitely those people, but in a sense, I also kind of will always have a certain kind of respect for them because I know how grueling it is, and you're having to do that work. Wow, because like I didn't want to do that. Like, you got to believe there's a lot of salespeople that don't even want to be salespeople. I think when you come across a salesperson, you're like, oh, the fact that you even wanted to do this and you ended up here in this position says a lot about you. I don't like you already. But you got to understand that a lot of people that go into sales, they didn't want to be in sales. It's just the easiest job. Like, any of you right now, if you're struggling to find work, any of you, you're unemployed, you're struggling, you need to get something quick. Sales, they'll have you. If you have a pulse, they might, even if you sometimes don't have a pulse, they'll consider you. It's the easiest thing in the world to get into because like nobody, dude, it's brutal. So like I have a respect for those people, and I know that not all of them even want to do it, and it's tough, man. Oh, no, you got tendinitis? Shoot, man. Don't you do a lot of moving around over there, too? They're trying to immobilize you? I don't know, dude, Sully. I don't keep up with WWF anymore. I wish it was like it was back in the day, man. But it's all fake now. You're getting the sympathy pains for Conor, Nigel. When I was a baby less than 40 years ago, the neighborhood I lived in the U.S. didn't have a municipal water or waste system. A truck would come every month to haul the waste away from the outhouses. Oh, dang. Dang, nobody told you about the fertilization, bro? That's messed up, dude. ARJR! Started early so I could get out of work early. That's a blessing, man. I know some people that do that. On different industries kind of allow that, where it's like, hey, you want to get out early, come in, and it's like, oh, I got that kind of flexibility. That's nice, man. I mean, you know, I don't think anybody could deny that Tony Ferguson is kind of like a Dustin Gaethje fighter. Even if he's not your favorite fighter, even if he's kind of weird and annoying, even if he's gonna lose, he's gonna be exciting. He's exciting to watch. You got to give him that. I have not seen that. Apparently, there's an AI video out right now of Connor actually landing that kick on Max. Makes a whole different timeline. um, can you put the Nigerian face on again, bro? That was a whole ordeal trying to get it off, man. I'm gonna have to find a few days in a row where I have to go shoot something tomorrow. I have to be in a video tomorrow, so I definitely can't do it for a while. Marloka! Blessing Mr. Moneyman 7744. Thank you. Marlogo. Dude, it's so good. Let me see if I could get check it out, dude. Check this out. Can you imagine? Look at it's like this guy's dreams came true. Just this one photo right here. Hold up. It's wild. Look at, let me show you this. This is like every boy from the 90s dream come true. Would you have ever thought that this dude was gonna pull it off right here? Of all the dudes, did you think this guy would pull it off? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's going to be Benny the Jet Rodriguez. But chale, that dude's behind bars. Look at this. Look at this. Would you have ever thought? Who would have thunk? Who would have seen it coming? Oh my gosh, if Wendy Peppercorn is in there, oh my gosh, that would be the funniest thing. If they show that she's married to Squints, they have like 12 kids. That would be so perfect. Look at. Man, Jay Smith is going to lose his mind. I know that he's down with the Sandlot. Look at this. The boys are back in town. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How did she get younger again? Are you kidding me? The boys are back in town? Dang. Someone says that finally they made like a good version of Grown Ups. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. We got to do that for movie night, Nigel. Man, they got to have Wendy Peppercorn. Watch Wendy Peppercorn and Topanga get in a fight. Ooh. Shannon Elizabeth and Shannon Elizabeth, is she the one from American Pie? Wait, I don't want that in my search history. Never mind. I think she is, though. I don't know who Stacy Keibler is. Wait. Wait, that's gonna drive me crazy. Who's Stacy Keibler? That's gonna be funny if she's like the other girl from American Pie, the Bandcamp one. Stacy Keibler, who's that? Why doesn't she look familiar to me? Oh, she was a wrestler. Wait, Smalls was in jail? I thought I'm pretty sure Benny the Jet Rodriguez was in jail. Oh, wait a minute. Smalls was in jail. That's right. I did see that. It's like, I guess that dude wasn't so innocent after all. So here's the thing. It's kind of sad. But it's kind of sad, but they're not all in there. You know how it goes, unfortunately. It's going to be some of them, but not all of them. I see couples like that almost hourly. Wait a minute. Kaimon, do you mean like this? Like the mismatch? Is that what you mean? Is it because you're going in and working in places where like the dude's got a lot of money? GM, I'm trying to live that better life off grid, but it is hard to be without modern luxury sometimes, especially with health problems. Ah, man. Dang it. I'm starting to believe that Nigel, I thought he was messing with us. I'm starting to believe now that he actually does live in an igloo. That is super cool. How does it not melt? Like, what if the degrees just raise a little bit one day? Are you just done? All your picture frames start melting off the wall? That's a tough one, Nigel. It's tough, dude. Because there's so many pros to that. Being off the grid, not having to worry about a lot of stuff, doing things your way, worrying about yourself. Being independent. But yeah, it's kind of like when you go out of that thing, they want to penalize you. Like, things get harder, man, because they want to keep you on that grid because of what they get out of it. Lira. Oh my gosh. I didn't wow, I guess I really missed that one. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I didn't know nothing about this Keebler. Hey, how come her husband kind of looks like what the heck is his name? Shabbat Shalom Ronald Rachmanov. Shabbat Rachmanov. Her husband looks like Rachmanov. Maybe that is his wife. Maybe that's why she left him. The best part about hearing about Dugout Dads is that I have a reason to rewatch The Sandlot. Bro, you won't regret it. I watched it a couple months ago, and it holds up, dude. It holds up. I don't even like saying it holds up because I feel like it has a somewhat negative. Like, not only does it hold up, like they could make it today and it will still be amazing. Thoughts on flock cameras? I don't even know what a flock camera is. Flock camera. Automated license plate reader. Used by police, neighborhoods, and to track vehicle movements. Are those the things that they put like at the top of traffic lights now? I don't mind it. I mean, I know. I feel like a lot of people would I don't know. I feel like some people would probably expect me to say I don't like it, but I don't mind it because I'm not doing anything. I'm not robbing any banks. What do I care? I don't. I feel like me saying that kind of goes against what a lot of other things I say and what people would expect me to say, and like Big Brother and all that. I get it, but sometimes I think about people that hurt other people, shoot people, hijack people, steal stuff, kill. Like all these documentaries I've seen over the last several months. Somebody, you know, that bicyclist that got killed because she was dating someone who wasn't even dating another lady anymore, or he was a liar, and that girl ended up getting killed because his ex was jealous and she didn't know that she was still dating. I don't know. It's like the only reason they caught her was because of cameras. So it's like I'm not doing anything. I don't care. What do I got to hide? And I know that's a big baby. Like, how dare you? It's because of people like you that we have the Patriot Act, and they're reading our emails. They're reading our text messages. I'm like, I don't care, bro. Here, read my text. I don't even care. Read my emails. I don't care. Like, I feel like people are too, like, what the heck? What do you have in your emails? I don't even care. But I get it. Because at the same time, I am very anti Big Brother, very anti-government control. So it's weird. I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite, but it's like, Imagine if they had those cameras, and now every once in a while, oh yeah, I'm popping up on a camera. My privacy's being invaded a little bit. They're gonna see me drive by eating French fries. But those same cameras help catch someone that just shot somebody. Good. I'm glad they were there. Or the cameras aren't there. Woo! Now I have my privacy. But now the shooter goes free. It's tough. It's tough. Oh my gosh. I still remember that. Jerry King Lawler. Puppies. So inappropriate for little kids, man. Neo free. I say this free of sarcasm. Uh-oh. I'm a singer-songwriter. I just recently got a sponsor. A sponsor? I'd had the thoughts of adding you to a song when I get to that point. I've heard you sing in the lives. Hey, Neo Free, I don't know if you knew this, bro. I actually was a aspiring singer-songwriter for several years. And I actually have some original songs on the members tab. And I sound a little bit different than when you see me singing here on the stream, but that's amazing, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, whatever, dude. Yeah, I guess I could hop on a feature, I suppose I could come through, That'd be cool, bro. Good luck, dude. Congratulations. That's not an easy gig, man. Yeah, we need a flock to follow John Jones around when he's in Vegas. He just has his own dedicated one. He's doing selfies with his flock. I'm completely useless if I had to try to survive on my own in the wild the first day. I can't wash my hair or eat non-gross food. I'm tapping out. No way. Am I eating bugs or having gross hair? Dang. Fear is not a factor. Fear is not a factor. You just got to imagine Joe Rogan's right there watching you. Dang, so no camping, huh? Cochino cops are tracking women out of the... Like, they're using the cameras to watch ladies? For the tournament? Just freak out all the kids. If you research behind it, it's to surveil people that speak against the government. Oh, see, yeah, just like anything else, yeah, of course. Just like the internet. Like, you could use the internet for good stuff and learn stuff and research stuff and get up to speed on something. Learn a hobby. Look up how to do something. You can learn how to make coffee on the internet, But then you can also abuse it. So yeah, that's unfortunate, dude. Yeah. What did just say? Tread on me, daddy. That's propaganda right there, bro. That's manipulative. What is your dream matchup? I think I had my dream matchup. It was Khabib versus McGregor. Aside from that, I think I would say, oh boy. Probably Khabib and Islam. Let everyone know what's what. I'm so sick of the Makachev propaganda. I would like to see Khabib put him in his place. Just like Makachev knows he would. Here's the interesting thing. It's kind of like what people do with Mary, like in the revering of Mary. It's funny how many people get like a bad taste in their mouth because of what happens with Mary. If Mary were here today, she would say, "Stop it! Stop it! Worship him! Stop it!" Like, it gives her a bad rap. I always tell that to my homies. Do you know that if she was here, she would say, "Stop what you're doing! Focus on him!" But Makachev would tell you himself, "Stop it! He's the GOAT. He would tap me out in 20 seconds. That's generous too. Stop it. He's the guy." Didn't you see? Do you doubt him? Khabib should do the thing where he's at the sink washing his face. You doubt me? He just told us that he's better now than he's ever been. He's finally coming into his peak right now. You think just because he promised, he just retired because he promised his mom he would retire. It's not like he busted an ACL or lost the eye or something like that. He's barely coming into his prime right now. Man. Yeah, they try to pull you back in, Nigel. They don't want to lose any bodies, Ooh, beautiful, Neo. Heck yeah, dude. Staying active. Hold on. Let me... Imagine being the first person to milk a cow. What was the thought process? Yeah, there's a lot of, I think a lot of us think those things from time to time, where it's like, I'll think of that with like some of the most random things. And it's like, who did that thing first? And why? And what would that have looked like? Yeah, that's wild, dude. Can you think about this, bro? Think about how many... See, there's a lot of... That could have like a dark story behind it. Because it's like... Think about how many bulls they tried to milk before they got to the cow, right? Now, also think about what if that wasn't an accident? And what if they just thought the cow was another bull? What if they milked the cow first and then they tried to milk a bull after the cow? And if they did that, what happened to what they may have thought was... Oh, okay, I don't even want to go on. I don't even want to carry that out. But I have thought about that. I've thought about that. And the order those things may have happened in. And it is very weird. It is very weird. Because yes, like someone else just said, then they ate it. That's some Jeffrey Dahmer type stuff right there. So first, you bring it to fruition, if you will. You know, how do they say? What's that old saying? Why let the cow live if you got the milk for free? You could eat it and turn it into a lampshade. I don't know. There was something that Jeffrey Dahmer used to say. He had it in his journals. But yes, that is a wild thing to ponder. That someone's uncle, someone's lonely uncle, woke up before everybody else one day. This dude woke up before the rooster could get to him. This dude woke up when it was still dark, still looked like nighttime. Tiptoed out, didn't even put his shoes on, tiptoed out. And he starts milking, I guess you could say. And I don't even think they had that vernacular at the time because he couldn't have known what was going to happen. He starts milking this cow. He didn't even take a glass because, again, he didn't even know what was going to happen. And then he has milk. And I don't even know how long it took him to figure out it was milk. And I don't even know if that's, like, did we have milk before? That's an interesting thing to think of. Think about the first dude that milked a cow, right? We didn't have milk before that, right? Because that's where milk comes from. Unless we're talking about coconuts. And I don't know if that's real milk. Or if that's like some kind of, I don't know if saying coconut milk is kind of like on par with like, you know, Impossible beef. I don't know if coconut milk is like tofu milk, you know? But this is the first guy that like discovered milk. So it's like, how did he even know what to do with it? How did he know it wasn't pee? But yes, either way, he gets this milk and then he kills it. He kills it because then he's going to eat it. So it's like a kind of situation where you see on like First 48, where it's like, did he kill the cow so that the cow wouldn't tell on him? We've seen this before with people. Did he kill the cow so that the cow couldn't tell anyone that he milked it? So that the secret would die with the cow. And then he ate the cow because it was too hefty. It was too big. What was he going to do? Chop it to a million pieces, light it on fire? People would have seen the smoke. They would have seen the fire. They would have said, "What are you doing? What are you doing, Uncle Ned? It's the middle of July. Why are you making a gigantic fire? We're not trying to keep warm out here. What are you doing?" He didn't have lime out there. He didn't have a bucket of lime. So he had to eat it. And then he says, "This is fantastic. The milk is fantastic." If you like milk, I don't like milk. The milk is fantastic. This beef is fantastic. And then it just started this vicious cycle of, I don't know, abusing and murdering and eating cows. But you got to hand it to Uncle Ned. They're fantastic. And I would never kill a cow. I would never, ever kill a cow. But I'm so glad that millions of people do. So glad. Shoot. Uh-oh. Morocco! Number 9. Número 9. Number 9. Thank you, my loca. Ian Gary milkshake, cows or bulls? Oh, shoot. Could you see him? That could be like an animated. Who's that dude that makes the animated MMA videos? I can't. Muhad Fulat or something. Muhad Fulahajat or something like that. He could make a video of Ian Gary going to get a milkshake. He's like, can I Can I get the bull's milk, please? I was told that it's an off menu item. You guys keep it in the back. It's like a separate fridge. Oh, thank you, Putin it in. Thank you, dude. To be fair, women have breastfed since the day before forever, and I'm sure they had baby cows and saw them essentially breastfeeding, but as cows. Oh, you're onto something. You are onto something. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know if there's something in the apocryphal collection, but I have definitely never read in the mainstream selected scriptures of Eve messing with that Similac. So I would have to assume that they did lean and trend toward more natural resources. That makes a lot of sense. I forgot about that. My deepest apologies to anyone in the Indian persuasion that may or may not be in the dojo today. So I can't read from the word of God, but we're going to apologize to a cow. Am I hearing this right? Okay. It's an inside joke. If only that was a glass of milk right now. It's okay. I also often forget that they're made for milk. Dude, I totally was like, oh yeah. Dude, just think about the guy. Think about Uncle Ned that was just hopping from animal to animal, trying to figure out how to milk it. Imagine that was his job. That was Uncle Ned's job. He just got out of incarceration. He needed a job real bad. They're like, that's all we got for you, dude. Take it or leave it. That's all we got. You don't know how to drive a tractor. I know, right?
Amazing.
I need more ice. I was joking around. I was joking about how an unnamed individual. I was joking. Okay, here was my joke. Sometimes I like to read from the inspired word of God, from the definitive, authoritative word of God. Okay, the creator of all the universe and of all things. Okay, and sometimes people are like, you know, they don't like that as much. And so I was making a joke that we're gonna feel bad. We're gonna feel bad and apologize to people about eating cows because some people of certain persuasions worship bovines. And I was like, oh, we're gonna show sensitivity to that, but it was an inside joke. It's an inside joke. Yo, brother, what are you doing live right now? I just got home from work and I see the homies on. What's up, Jake the Snake? So here's, my goal is to get to the point where
Am I right, Miami?
my goal is to get to the point where I would like to stream in the morning times. I'd like to wake up and just stream for hours and then be able to clip videos after the stream and or make dedicated videos if there's some news going on after the stream. And I haven't fully got to that point yet. I've done it here and there, but today I especially had to do it. I especially had to make it a point to get on here. Because me and Moss are going to be shooting the new installment of the hit show, the Moss and Jesse show, in, I don't know, about an hour. So I needed to, and then because we're doing that and a couple other things that are kind of happening around that, I may not be able to do anything else after that today. So I had to make sure I streamed in the morning right now. Do you actually speak Spanish? Un poquito. Un poquito. Sabes muchas palabras. Pero yo hablo como un Tony Ferguson. Yo hablo como un Tony Ferguson de Oxford. What is this, Oxford? What is this? I don't know if any of you actually want, well, kind of, yeah. It was kind of a mixture of it was kind of a mixture. He had to hunt me down. He had to hunt me down a little bit, and I felt bad. I had to apologize. I let him know that I had to apologize. I let him know that look, I really am, and I don't know how to describe it. I really do get people in my personal life irritated at me quite a bit because they think I'm avoiding them. They think I'm mean. They think I'm a jerk. They think I just ignore them. And I don't know how to explain it. The best thing I can say, the most accurate thing I could say is that at any given time, I literally feel like I'm just drowning with everything I'm trying to do, just absolutely overwhelmed and suffocating with everything I'm trying to do. And there's never enough time in the day to do anything. And then I always have it like at the top of my beanie. I need to do this. I need to get back to this person. I need to respond to that. I need to get this done. I need to finish that. I need to look at that. And then it's like, oh, dang it. It's 1 a.m. How did that happen? And then it's like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to do better tomorrow. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to respond to this person. I'm going to text that person. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to do blah, blah. Oh, dang, it's 2 a.m. How did that happen? And it's like, that's my every day. And it's never like I'm looking at this like, forget that person. Like, I don't want to do that. It's never that. It's always like the best intentions. And then everything just gets away from me. And it's like, I don't know how to explain that to people because they're adults. They have busy lives and they find a way to respond to people, to do what they're supposed to do. And it's just, I can't. I don't know. It just always slips through my fingers. I don't know. No, it is Nadan. Nadan, go suck on a fart, homie. Go suck on a fart. I ain't got time today. I haven't even had coffee. This is slow acting. The matcha is slow acting. I don't have enough caffeine in my body to deal with you, Nadan. Nadan. You out there worshiping a cow. That's why you're mad at me, huh? I'm looking at a video right now of Chamoyev on Twitter. And he's it's kind of respectable. It's kind of respectable. There's some lady that's trying to take a picture with him and he just juked her, man. He's like, no, this is haram. Don't touch me. This is haram. I think he got mad at her because she was trying to be like the lady with the issue of blood, you know? She's trying to tug at his hoodie, and I don't think he appreciated that. He, like, basically he sinned by default. Like, he's like, bro, you touched me, now I have to go cleanse myself. I'm watching a video of him right now, and the girl, he looks so irritated. He's like, dang, I'm gonna get lashes for this. She literally approached him and, like, put her hand on him. Remember that one dude that Kevin Holland was like smacking up because he pinched Kevin Holland's butt cheek? She was basically doing that to him. Like, how intrusive. And if you truly are a fan of Chamoyev, do you not know that you're not supposed to, like, that's just part of the culture, the faith or whatever. I mean, even if you don't adhere to it, what do you think is gonna happen? No, I know, of course. That's what I always opt for, Legendary. Nothing but creative liberties and just Looney Tunes and trying so hard to find a punchline. Just having fun with it. Jim, you really thought that Tony Ferguson didn't stand a chance with Khabib? Never, in any way, in any capacity, from any angle, through anyone's perspective, from any lenses. No way. Dude, I can't even believe. I feel like people are basically just trying to, and I get it, it's fun. I feel like people are just trying to have some fun and troll a little bit at this point. And if that's the case, then fine, it's fun. We make jokes for fun, right? We laugh. It's a good time. But I cannot believe that anybody would ever actually think that. I know, melancholy. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry, I don't like to burp on the microphone. That's not my style. You guys know that. I hadn't had some green tea matcha lemonade. And I don't even like to say matcha anymore. I kind of just want to call it green tea. I don't even like to say matcha anymore because it's become way too trendy. But that's what it is. And I hadn't had it in a while. And I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. And I had no idea that Nadan Singh was going to end up here today and tickle my taters. And maybe I should have had some coffee. I'd be mad too if I couldn't eat In and Out. What's up, Jeffrey? Ooh. Mystical Ninja's back. He's back. Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein's in Back to the Future? I mean, it was definitely like the best outing. There's definitely dudes who have won fights that got beat up. That's for sure. I have said it and I still haven't done it. So until I do, it's good. I'm in a difficult position. But I need to make a dedicated actual full-length video about the Tebow fight and Khabib. I gotta refresh him with the horse stance. Yeah, dude, melancholy. It caught me off guard, bro. You know, that horse stance video was a very good test. It was a nice little test for the algorithm. And it really does show you. Because I've heard that what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The way that the platform and the algorithm works, you're really, really not doing your channel any favors and you're kind of putting it in harm's way. If you make things that you haven't conditioned your audience for, if you make videos all the time, every day, UFC, MMA, UFC, MMA, UFC, MMA, and then all the different fighter names, then the algorithm knows what to do with your videos. And then one day out of nowhere, I name a video something like horse stance defeats groin itch. And the algorithm's like,
What the?
and then I think it has like 600 views on it right now. So it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I am not on a platform that, and I'm not saying, listen, that was a moment clipped from a stream. It's not like I carefully crafted and wrote that or anything. But it just showed me this platform is not one that is going to send something you made to your subscribers. It's not going to send your video to something, even though hundreds of thousands of people have clicked, yes, I want to see this channel's content. It doesn't care. If it can't figure out who to serve that to, if there's not enough people out there at any given time trying to figure out how to solve a groin itch with a horse stance, then it's just going to die. And that's what happened to that video. So it did reinforce to me, oh, I have to talk about UFC, MMA, UFC, MMA, UFC, MMA, and that's fine. I'll have to, it kind of did re-spark something with me where I was thinking like, I need to maybe keep certain things alive, like sit down MMA. Keep, short little videos with some jokes here and there and continue to test the algorithm and branch out. And this will be very much talking head stuff and off the beanie. And that could be maybe more crafted stuff. We'll see. We'll play around with it. I thought Chango had a pretty brilliant fight. He looked very good. He was throwing elbows like if he was Tong Po. And I thought the eye poke thing was hilarious. I saw that meme going around of him basically stealing the John Jones style. And then the addition of the eye pokes I thought was hilarious. What time do they want us to see it? Question mark. What the heck? Oh. Kebab? Oh, disrespect. Kebab was the star of the lane. Mystical, I have to assume he's saying Khabib, peace be upon him, was the star of the lay and pray style. Mystical, I have to assume that you were exposed to the propaganda that I just saw the other day. And bro, I mean, consider the source. I have to assume that you just saw the same video that I saw, I believe, last night, from the mouth of Bobby Green. And in case anyone has forgotten, the most significant thing that Bobby Green has ever done in his career is change his name. That so far is the highlight and most notable part of Bobby Green's career. His name change. He is the meta world peace of the UFC. What do you mean we don't have it right? Question mark. Okay. I saw Bobby Green show up on the Jackson podcast, and he was talking about how Khabib started the lay and pray style, which is so inaccurate. It is so lazy and inaccurate and hateful for that fool to be spreading that kind of propaganda. Because here's what did happen. Here's what actually happened. If you go back and actually watch Khabib's fights, he does not lay and pray in a single fight. Now, I would love it. And I put out this challenge weeks ago, and they never came back. I put out a challenge weeks ago, and I told people, screen record it, send it to me. Let's make this a reality. I told them Khabib would take people down, and he would tie them up like a pretzel with his legs, and then he would use his hands to beat them into the canvas. He would absolutely pummel them. Now, I know these days people hear the word maul, and I feel like they intercorrelate and confuse that with just wrestling and pressing someone and being on them. But what that was at the time was just beating them, mauling them, just hammering them with his fists. Khabib, so let me fully get to the end here. Khabib would take them down, tie them up, not like this, not with his arms. So then, how can he punch him if he's tied up with them? He didn't. He tied them up with his legs, and then he beat them with his hands. Here's why people might accuse him of the lay and pray style, though. People started trying to fight like Khabib, but they couldn't. So they had to revert to lay and praying. They had to settle for that. They had to rein it back and say, okay, I got the guy down. I'm keeping the pressure on. Every time I try to punch, though, and do the Khabib style, the guy gets back up. He punches back. He gets me in the choke. I got to just stay on him. And I think a perfect illustration is when Chimaev fought with Usman, and I talked about this in my prediction video. When Chimaev fought with Usman, Chimaev had to lay and pray. He wasn't really able to do anything because it took everything he had just to keep Usman there, just to stay on top of him. And he wasn't able to go above that because the moment he starts loosening up his hands to do anything with him, now he's getting up. He needed to keep everything he had to stay glued to him. When Chimaev fought with Du Plessis, he had a way easier time keeping him down. And he was beating his face in. He was able to crucifix him and keep him down with his legs and his body. And he was beating his face in. So that shows you the different levels depending on who you're dealing with in there. If you have to just stay glued to them and you can't get creative, you can't get cute with your hands, or you're in such a dominant position, you actually can. So Khabib, when you go through his fights, he's danga da danga da danga da da. And then, you know, he's building up the significant strikes. He's changing their faces. And all the people, even Makhachev, all the people after him, including Makhachev, they lay and pray. What did Makhachev do with Volkanovski? He laid and prayed. He laid and prayed. He literally prayed. He laid and prayed. Please let the judges give the favor to the current champ. Please go with the to be the man, you got to beat the man, Chale Sonnen type, the Ric Flair type of mindset. Now, if you are just talking about the Tebow fight, okay, I gotta follow through then, and I gotta really just say what's what, and I gotta be honest. And if he was in that particular fight more lay and pray, first of all, let's say, before I even go, because I haven't watched that fight since probably like 2020, 2019, whenever I kind of touched on it when I made a Khabib video with all his fights. I haven't watched that fight again since then, so I don't even remember. Khabib could have done a jumping spinner to outward crescent kick to the head for all I know. I don't even remember that fight. If I watch that fight again and I see that, okay, then that is what it is. But here's the thing. If Khabib was pummeling everyone and mauling them and teeing off on their faces in every fight, and then in the Gleason fight, Gleason was just that juiced up that Khabib had to rely on laying and praying more. Okay. But people like GSP, Makachev, they'll do that. Usman, they'll do that in an entire fight, every fight, their whole career, their whole championship run, every single fight. If Khabib leaned on that for one fight, who doesn't do that? Every champion. Israel Adesanya literally turned his back and ran away and had the referee set a screen for him so that he could get between him and El Mero Mero and ran away from Yoao. Like, even if your style stand up, there's ways where they're Conor McGregor, how many times did he straight up turn his back and run from Nate Diaz in the second fight? People do that. John Jones he straight up turned his back and ran from people like Thiago Santos and Dominic Reyes. So even people that stay on their feet have their ways of laying and praying, whatever they're doing, stalling, having the ref set a screen. I understand nobody likes the lay and pray style. I don't like it either. I just think that we can't confuse that with what Khabib does. Because if Khabib did that in the Tebow fight, then that's the only time he ever did it. There's other fighters that do that their whole career. Wow, I got super lost. Where am I? Darren Miguel, is there another sport you'd consider covering? No. I think the only other one that I could possibly ever get any kind of enjoyment or fun out of doing would be basketball. But I don't think there's any way I'd actually consider covering it. I'm speaking super hypothetically. Like, if you just go and put me in an alternate universe, I feel like I could have fun with that, but I don't see any path for that ever actually happening. I just feel like it's so far removed from kind of like the ecosystem I'm already operating in right now. Like, it would make so much more sense for me. Like, even if I was going to go off track a little bit from UFC, it would make more sense for me to talk about stuff like I used to earlier on in the channel. Like, just straight up martial arts stuff. Like, talk about judo, talk about aikido, talk about taekwondo. To go to a whole other thing, it's like, oh, what am I doing, man? But, dude, maybe it would take off. Maybe it would be more successful. I mean, when you compare, like, the mainstream and the exposure of something like the NBA to UFC, I mean, it might be crazy of me not to. What do you guys think of this, huh? Would you mob around like this? I don't know, dude. There's just a lot of things all in one. Like, look, I know some dudes wear their buttons all the way up to the top like that. Like, if they're on that David Carradine. I know a lot of people like to button all the way up like that, so it hurts to even swallow. Like, it's like up there bumping shoulders with your Patty's apple. But then on top of that, you got these little khaki shorts. And look, maybe if you're out there rocking the flexual tension wife beater and you got on the khaki shorts, okay, whatever. But I'm saying this shirt with the khaki shorts and then with this purse, like, what's happening right here, man? I get frustrated with Charles Oliveira and all the Gucci, but this is kind of making me feel like Gucci ain't that bad. Like, is this the way? Would you guys go out to Chick-fil-A looking like this? Am I missing something? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being judgmental. No, that's a good point. The matchup of Ferguson and Tebow. That's a very strong narrative. It really is. That's something that I'm going to have to face. I'm going to have to dig into that. It's a good point. Khabib never held position unless he was landing significant damage. He was either striking, advancing, or both. These other dudes are happy with control and don't work to finish. Yeah, these other dudes make it boring, man. I was telling someone the other day how Steph Curry ruined the NBA. And they made a decent point. And they were talking about how it's not his fault that everyone wanted to copy him and be him and turn the whole NBA as a whole into one long 3-point shootout. And none of them were as good as him at it. So then it just slows the game down and changes the game. And so it's like, okay, yeah. Maybe he was just like a Ray Allen or a Reggie Miller. And if it would have just been him, it would have been fine. But the other people had to be big copycats. So yeah, I think it's the people that were trying to be like a Khabib that couldn't do it like him that ruined it. Oh, dude. But the asterisks, bro. Khabib's Connor, Justin trifecta is equally or less impressive than Charles Oliveira, Alex, and then Max Holloway trifecta by Ilya. Ilya did it more impressively. No, he didn't! No, he didn't! Oh, my gosh. Okay, here's something that we always all agree on. As, you know what? I know you're trolling me. I just realized you're messing with me. But I'm going to just say this anyway. Something that we all say as a MMA community, as MMA viewers, as MMA fans, and even the fighters and the commentators say this themselves. Everyone is always in unison about this. When people win fights, I'm trying to say this objectively so that you guys could be on board with me before you become hypocrites. So you know how you've heard this said a lot, where there's a fighter who wins a fight decisively and dominantly because he does it over a few rounds. And he's just simply outclassing the other guy. And how that's a much better victory than something that looks like someone got caught or a flash knockout, right? That nobody's going to debate that unless they're trying to be cute and just trying to be difficult. We hear that all the time and we know it. And everybody says it. There's not one element. The fans know it. The commentators know it. The UFC knows it. The fighters know it. The media knows. Everybody knows it. That it looks so much more definitive and a stronger case for this guy being better than the other one when you kick his just like Gaethje, the way he just brutalized Ilya over the entire fight. If Gaethje, you guys know if Gaethje would have just flash knocked out Ilya in the first 20 seconds, everyone would have called it a fluke. It would have been an immediate rematch, and everyone would have been like, oh, anyone could get caught, puncher's chance, right? That's how Ilya won all of his fights. He couldn't even finish Josh Emmett. And then he fights these guys with more asterisks, more stars all over those fights than the whole solar system. Dudes that probably came in with a little bit too much confidence, thinking, who's this? What does he think? He doesn't even belong in this division. And, well, that was only Oliveira, I guess. But, dude, Volkanovski went into that fight concussed. He just had a major concussion right before that. I don't even know how that fight got approved. I feel like they would have had to do that fight on Street Beefs to even get it cleared. I don't know how the commission cleared that fight. He should have never been in that fight. He should have never been in the fight before that. They got him concussed with Makhachev because he didn't even have a camp. He was fat. He was out of condition. He was drinking. He was not ready. Not only did he win the first fight against Makhachev, he shouldn't have took that second fight when he did, and he shouldn't have took that the Tapuera fight. Huge asterisks. Max Holloway being stupid and depleting himself. He should have waited till the dude came up to lightweight. Depleting himself, destroying his body, being overconfident. Max is always overconfident, way too overconfident. And look at where it got him with Oliveira. Max loves the smell of his own pedos. He goes in there almost underestimating his opponent in every single fight. I think the most legitimate one is Oliveira. That's the most legitimate win that Ilya has. I mean, it's still a loss for Oliveira, still a win for Ilya, but Oliveira got stupid. He was fighting like Usman. He didn't listen to his coaches. He might as well have no corner. He got confident. He got cocky. He ditched the game plan, and that's what happens. But there's just no way, because it's so hypocritical. Because in any other case, we'd say flash knockout, puncher's chance. He got lucky. Let's run it back. Anybody could get caught. That's how Ilya won those fights. Khabib won them by mauling them and controlling them and overpowering them. There was never any question. Ilya was getting his butt kicked by Volkanovski. And then he caught him. Got brutalized in the first round, lost the first round. He was losing the second round, got cut up in 3 different places on his face. Nose was busted. Then he caught him. Gee willikers. Gee willikers. You coming at me like this when you know I haven't had my coffee today. Do you think Khabib... I think you guys all got together in the Discord to mess with me today. You all got in the Discord and agreed that you were going to set me off. Do you think Khabib would get cut by the UFC in the Paramount era for being boring? Like the undefeated fighters who got cut recently? No! He was not boring. People hate Liam Prayers. People hate the Dagestanians. People hate wrestlers, the groin sniffers, if you will, because they're boring, right? People hated Khabib because he beat their favorite fighters. And it's propaganda, and it's a narrative, and it's something that people do a lot today, like in politics. Calling Khabib boring just because he beat your favorite fighters is like when someone doesn't like what someone does today, and they say, oh, they're Nazi. It's the same thing. That's who you are in the MMA community when people do that. Way too easy. Oh, you don't agree with me? You're a Nazi. Oh, you're not going to put a mask on? You're a Nazi. You're not going to take the 11th jab? You're a Nazi. That's what they're doing. They're just so easy just trying to label like that, creating a narrative. Because people could just say stuff and then other people just, yep, and they just keep pushing the same thing. Aziz, I thank you for saying that, bro. And I don't know if you remember how heartbroken I was around that era. And maybe you're trying to help make me feel better, but I really appreciate that. I remember when I made that video, I thought, oh, how did it take me so long to realize this was the way to go? My channel is going to blow up today. This is going to change everything. And I was so disappointed. I thought it was so solid of a video. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Are you of the belief that Khabib took it easy on Alaquinta to work on his stand-up? I don't know if I would say just specifically to work on his stand-up, but however you want to put it, because I know that it was expressed to work on his stand-up, to display stand-up, to show a definitive victory over just... I mean, does anybody believe that Khabib couldn't have just taken him down and laid and prayed? Does anybody really believe that if Khabib wanted to, he couldn't have just laid and prayed Usman style the whole fight against Alaquinta? I 100% believe the entirety of what Khabib is saying. And I mean, I think we're being silly if we're going to try to take that as some kind of victory and not believe Khabib on that one. My toxic trait is seeing that picture of Patty on the right and thinking I could definitely take him. Oh, hey, Melancholy, as long as you just have a straight punch down the middle, I think you could take him. What the heck? Oh shoot. Let me see. Shoot. Wait a minute. It wasn't a prime Gaethje or Poirier? When do you think their primes were? I'm stuck right now, dude. They were referred to as perpetual bridesmaids. And, dude, they were the Beach Boys trying to compete with the Beatles. No one ever looked at Poirier or Gaethje in that area serious. Only because of Khabib. How was that not their primes? I can't see their prime having been before that. And you're certainly not saying their prime was after that, right? Oh, man. And saying that McGregor wasn't all that he could have been just because he was drunk at a press conference. Look at John Jones doing coke and then fighting. That doesn't have nothing to do with anything. Oh my gosh. Ah. This is insanity. ARGR 11. I know early crew ain't trying to miss the goal. I think they're all at work, dude. I think all the people with that paper are out there working right now, making that money. They ain't trying to spend it. They're trying to make it. Are you going to give McGregor the same asterisk? No! How is drinking... Dude, we're comparing drinking to having a concussion? Are you serious? You don't think the gladiators back in ancient Rome were just downing pints and stuff like that and then they go out and fight? Some people drink in order to be able to get in the right mindset to fight. We're comparing that to a concussion? Oh my goodness. Just remember that you're the dude that wants to fight Paddy Pimblett. Just consider the source. Oh, that's beautiful, James. That's beautiful, man. Wait, why are you... Oh, is it because it's hot? Because you look sad. I was confused. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. God bless the homeowner. Ilya exploited Alex's choice of backing in a straight line to the cage, head in hand. Well, dude, in my opinion, I don't care what Volkanovski was doing or how Ilya interpreted it. I'm talking about a dude that's nursing a concussion. So it makes all the sense in the world to me that Volkanovski was doing something very readable, something that became monotonous. Dude was nursing a concussion. ARGR, we got 7 minutes. Let's go on. Let's get it on, curtain jerkers. Is that a slur? Curtain jerkers. What the heck? Heck yeah. Marroca! Lucky number 13. 13. Chile Verde Hearts. Uh-oh. So Alex was drinking and it's a problem. Hey, Melancholy, if you were a fan of The Wizard of Oz, I would think your favorite character was the Straw Man. What the heck does that have to do with anything? Alex was drinking and it's a problem. What did I... Wait, oh, you're talking about... I thought you were talking about Pereira. Okay, no. Here's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about Alex Volkanovski, did you just call him Alex? Are you... Come on, that's disrespectful. His name is Alexander. Well, you guys high school buddies? That's why I didn't know who you were talking about. When I talk about him, it's because this dude was getting chunky. He was getting out of shape. He was, I don't want to say partying because that's not really his lifestyle, but he was living a kind of lifestyle where he was eating and drinking and being merry. He's probably having a bunch of thick ham sandwiches on the boat. He's drinking and getting heavy and not at all in the mind. He's thinking family and enjoyment and leisure and relaxation. He wasn't one of those dudes, I'm going to live in the gym. I'm going to sleep in the gym. I'm going to give my mind that edge. I'm going to be training. Conor wasn't drinking to the point where he was like getting out of shape and getting heavy and because he literally, he was in that era in the camp where Conor's not a dude that we've ever really seen before this last fight, and he's gotten thick over the years in steroids and all this. But he's never been a dude that looked he's never been a dude that looked out of shape. I mean, at least as from my perspective, even when people make jokes and say he looks thick, he looks like he could be a middleweight or whatever, he's never looked tubby. He gets thick. He doesn't get tubby. Now, we've seen Adesanya looking tubby. Super skinny guy looking tubby. So when I mention the drinking, I'm thinking of it as like drinking along with eating and just being out of shape. McGregor was doing it more in a way of like partying and maybe drinking the kind of liqueur that isn't like Volkanovski having beer. Maybe he's drinking the liqueur that's not filled with calories, not getting him out of shape, not getting him heavy and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you can see what I mean with the distinction of that. I'm just talking about him needing more like of a fat camp than a fight camp. And by the time you deplete yourself and lose that kind of weight, you're doing to yourself like Chamoyev. You're depleting your body to the point where, you know, how much you're actually going to be worth in the fight. The whole fight was the weight cut. Shoot. ARJ, no excuse. I was doing both, making while spending. That's what I always tell Marilena. You gotta spend money to make. How do I say it? You gotta spend money to make money. She hates it when I say that. Poirier fans are mad that he looked worse than McGregor against Khabib. Are you... Dude, people get medically cleared in the UFC with one eye! With one eye! With separated shoulders! With 80% torn ACLs! The UFC don't care! Marloca! Thank you so much. Marloca, thank you. Thank you for being a blessing. What's up, Maverick Top Gun? Oh, you are beautiful. A promise never broken. That is beautiful. Amazing. That is beautiful. You know what? I should call them back up. I think I need to get back into a relationship with them. Even though they stole my IP and didn't fess up to it, I think I need to get back in relationship with them. That's so cool. Thank you, A Promise Never Broken. That really did make me look good with them. It really did. Even just getting... Hey, by the way, I want you guys to know something. And I know some people aren't going to do it right now because they're upset with me because they hate Khabib Nurmagomedov. Peace be upon him. But listen, if you see me doing any sponsorships in the near future, if you hear me talking about any brands, I'm going to tell you a little secret right now. You don't even have to buy the thing. Now, if you buy the thing, you're going to make me look like a superhero. If you see me doing sponsorships in the near future and you go and buy something, I'm going to look amazing. And I thank you for that. However, if you aren't going to buy it, but you just go at least click on the link and go to the website, that's a big deal. Just the traffic going there, just to see that they're getting clicks. That's a huge thing for them. So if you see me doing sponsorships and maybe you don't have the money to shout out, but you want to support, all you got to do is click on the link, go to the website, maybe just go up and down a little bit like you're scrolling around, spend some time. Just leave it on there, go to the bathroom, come back. Goes a long way, okay? How dare you, Jay Smith? Oh, Jay! Did you hear about this, dude? I literally mentioned you earlier. Bro, did you see this? Not this. Did you see this, dude? Do you know what this is, bro? They're doing it, bro. The adults are coming back from the Sandlot. Dugout dads. This is them, bro. Did you see this? With Topanga. Jay Smith is losing his mind right now. Did you see this, bro?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Did you see it yet, Jay? Darren Miguel! For a gas station coffee. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Gas station coffee slaps like no other. Thank you, bro. You know they got a little bit of amphetamines in it for the truck drivers. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That'll keep me going for a stream. That calorie-filled beer. People get cleared even though they were falling over, taking their shoes off. That's what I'm saying. Maverick Top Gun. They won't let me send my native language in chat. What? That is not cool. That is a lack of cultural appreciation. That is very uncool. Oh, Jay Smith. Are we going to go watch it together or what? I don't think that Benny the Jet Rodriguez is in that one. It's kind of a bummer. Let's see. Dugout Dads cast. It's not really showing in the most easy way to understand during a live stream exactly who's who. Yeah, I can't tell. No, it's a new Maverick. They're making it right now. It's gonna come out soon. It's the kids from the Sandlot. They're grown-ups now. What is Khabib? Man, you hate him so much, dude. What is Khabib's best win? Shoot, man. Shoot. Probably the win over melancholy self-esteem. Let me see. I'm just playing, bro. His biggest win is probably the weight cuts, for real, to be honest. Don't, and melancholy, but don't, I'm just asking a question, all innocent. Dude, you're always set on a tirade against him. You try to play all innocent now. I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question. But then everything you're just hurling Dudu Plessis at him, just tearing the man down. I'm just asking a question. Come on, dude. Commit to it. Let's see. Oh, man. shoot, man. I feel like a lot of people would want to say Gaethje because when people think of it like a Infinity Stones kind of thing, and like having Gaethje under his belt and you know, Gaethje being the guy now, being the most decorated. How funny, dude. Gaethje being the most decorated guy now ever in the UFC. Having someone like, everyone was already acting like Ilya was the GOAT. And now Gaethje has him under his belt and Khabib has him under, like, I could see people looking at that one. Oh boy. What is this? So stupid. Someone's trying to get me to take out like a loan or something. Little do they know I'm incapable of any kind of loan. I don't know, man. Maybe Gaethje. I don't know. I feel like it's a little too easy, but maybe. Maruka has just blessed Real Human Jackie Daytona 9104. Thank you, Maruka. Wait a minute. No, I thought it was a movie. Dugout Dads is a series? It's a series? That's so much better. So it's something that's going to go on, and hopefully it goes on for a long time. I thought it was a movie. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Oh, wow. I thought it was a movie. Oh, my goodness. You want me to tell Reebok you want shoes? That's pretty funny. I used to dislike him, but you have swayed me. Okay. But I think his resume is highly overrated. Let me say this, Melancholy. Let me say this. I kind of had that realization, I don't know how many weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if you remember me saying this. I was like, is there any fighter that, like, what fighter could we all say has a fantastic... Well, here's the thing. It's tricky. Because what I was going to say was I realized a while back that it seems like every time I bring up a fighter and I look at his resume, and he could be... Alex Pereira was literally already going to be called the GOATest of the GOATs of GOATs ever all time for being a 3-division champ. Even though champ and champ is stupid and it means nothing. And I want to make a video about that. Champ doesn't mean anything. It's harder to stay in your own division and keep being dominant there than to go have an easy, good matchup, go straight to the top in another division and just get the title right away. Nah, climb yourself up. So they were already going to call Pereira the greatest of all time for being a 3-division champ. And then you look at his resume and it's like, what? Are you serious? And I feel like every time I look at a fighter's resume, it's very unimpressive. But what we have to consider, because then you could look at a fighter's resume, you could look at like John Jones and be like, well, dude, look at all the names on here. But you have to consider there's context with everything. And when you look at John Jones, I feel like I run into that a lot when I'm going back and forth. And I'm not saying necessarily you, Melancholy. I'm just saying in general when I talk with people on here. I feel like we're not looking at the same things. Like, how are we getting different results? And when I look at like John Jones' resume, and he has a bunch of names on there, I've made a video dissecting this before. His most significant wins, and I'm talking about the names and how dominant he was in those fights. They were pre-USADA. Once USADA came in, that's when he started having more boring fights and everyone's saying, what the heck, what's wrong with this guy? And when he started to have those fights where people were actually saying, I think he lost his fight. His most dominant victories and the biggest, most significant names on his resume were pre-USADA. So that's a perfect example right there of someone that has fantastic names on the resume, but you got to consider a bunch of stuff. And then you get people who maybe don't have the longest resume and maybe not the most significant names. There's some on there, but not a bunch, and it's kind of short. But you have to consider how absolutely dominant they were when they fought them. And then, but people could say, well, who cares how dominant it was if they weren't against like the top 3 guys? Oh, no, hold on though. If you're trying to criticize the dudes that they were dominant against that weren't top 3 or whatever, go look at those dudes' other fights and let's see if their opponents were as dominant as Khabib. They weren't. I'll save you time. They weren't. You have to consider multiple things. It's not just the at-a-glance resume. You have to think about USADA. Was there a bunch of decisions? If they were decisions, were they brutalizing them through a decision? Was it a split decision? Was it barely like maybe it wasn't a split decision, but a lot of people think it should have been. It should have been or were they getting brutalized and dominated the whole fight? If they were beating guys that a lot of people think weren't the best, okay, when those guys fought other dudes, how'd the other dudes do against them? There's so much to take into consideration there. I love your synopsis, Jay Smith. The Sandlot, 1993, is a beloved coming-of-age comedy about a group of neighborhood kids who play baseball in the Sandlot during the summer of 1962. Yes, see, that's respectable, Melancholy. I think his most impressive win is Gaethje too. Something a lot of people miss is Gaethje hit Khabib hard and was chopping those legs. That's where Khabib's fight IQ shined. He recognized the serious threat and turned up the pace. Something that I think gets very, very unappreciated and unnoticed, and maybe it's because of a culture thing or a language thing, even though that's weird because Khabib speaks great English. It's like people treat him like he's dumb or something. Khabib is a very, very intelligent individual. One of the brightest IQs that has ever been in the cage. And people don't give him enough credit for that. Oh, dude, I'm so excited about that, Jay Smith. John Jones, literally a generational world beater. I mean, he was beating that needle into his body. I don't know if you care about that. I've said it a bunch of times. If the UFC and no one else cared about steroids and it was fine, I'd say take all of them. Heck yeah. Take all of them. Bring some in your shorts and take them during the fight. But if it's a rule and you're not supposed to take them, well, then don't take them. And all of it, there's no way that this could be argued. No matter what names are on there, no matter if he's a world beater, no matter what his resume looks like, the killers, there's no way around this. It's very researchable. Look at the timeline. Again, I've already made a video about this. I've already done the legwork. If you look at his most significant names on that list, they were pre-USADA. And then after that is when everyone started being like, who is this guy? Why doesn't he look like John Jones anymore? And how come we can't tell if he won his last 3 fights? Oh, yeah. Okay, listen. I have to dip out because I'm going to go record a show right now for the hit show, the Moss and Jesse show with Moss from the MMA Holes. So I'm going to stay active. I'm not going to dip out and go play Xbox or anything like that. I'm staying active for you guys. I know not all of you guys go over there. I know it doesn't translate for everybody. For those of you that do go over, thank you. You guys are making the channel take off quicker than I thought it would. Thank you. Thank you very much for being there. It's very much appreciated. So please. No, I'm not saying he only had success because of steroids. He has a high IQ as well. He's a good fighter as well. But here's the thing. If it's a rule, and we all know, I mean, the most diehardest of the most diehardest John Jones fans and John Jones himself would be like, who cares? A win's a win. Yeah, but like, even if you're an MLB or whatever, and you were like the home run king and you had steroids, well, now they're taking away your title. That's just the way it is. So because of that, it's tarnished. It's almost void because a rule is a rule. I mean, if they had to cancel his fights or undo things because of steroids with look, here's how you got to look at it. If they took fights back or turned things over like when he was fighting DC because of steroids, how are you going to count all the fights he won pre-USADA? You know he was doing it to the fullest then. So it's the same standard. Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. Even if you don't agree with me, Lauren Alexandria, I respect that you at least understand my position. That's all I'm asking. Because it's just, and again, I'm all for it. If they say forget steroids, forget it. Cool. That's a good point. Lauren Alexandria, if they were on it too. But it's just, that makes it so complicated to then measure that era against the era that's going to operate differently. It makes it so messy. But I get that as well. I'm going to go, it's not necessarily true, Melancholy. Not necessarily. It's so easy to say that being here now after he got to take... Look, it wasn't until... Man. I used to work out willy-nilly however I felt like. I would wake up and be like, I want to do this kind of workout today. It wasn't until I started getting on like super regimented, structured, specific workouts with certain sets and just tearing my muscles apart and feeling that rebuilding process. Some days not even able to get out of bed. Like literally not even able to, like my abs were like cramping. Like I couldn't even, I'd have to like grab onto a table to even get out of bed. If you have John Jones taking steroids and his body's able to recover better and faster and stronger, and he's fighting dudes that are either afraid of taking steroids. I don't want to put that in my body. You get like a Stephen Wonderboy Thompson kind of, I don't know what that is. That's like taking heroin. I don't want to put a needle in my body. I'm scared. Or dudes that are just like, I don't like that. I don't want my genitalia to go up into my stomach. I don't want it to shrink. I don't want to be impotent. I don't want to have roid. I don't want to mess with it. I want to keep myself clean. There's just dudes, even if they could do it as well, like John Jones, that just didn't. They just didn't want to. And their bodies are not going to be in the same shape. They're not going to recover the same, and therefore they're not going to be able to train the same. He's basically building himself into like a superhero that can recover at a pace and a rate that other people cannot keep up with. I'll do certain things. I mean, you guys could feel the same way if you do it yourself. I'm not trying to act like I'm different here. Everyone else could do that themselves. If you work out your body a certain way, imagine I'm talking about just pumping iron in the garage. Imagine going through a fight camp. If you're not willing to take steroids, your body is not going to recover and be able to keep up at a pace that someone like John Jones is doing to his body. It's just like watching Rocky and the Russian. That dude was able to just do more state-of-the-art, high-volume, high-paced things. Now, the IQ can balance things out, but the body, there's no comparison. I'm joking around. I know they're not all injections. I'm just saying. Like me, I would never, ever take steroids. I don't even like protein shakes. I feel like protein shakes is cheating. I'm the kind of person, even if it was full legal, I'd be like, no. I don't like that. I don't want to mess with that. I don't like what it could do to my body. I just don't like that. And there's a lot of people that way, whether it's a pill, whether it's something you sniff, whether you just rub it on your skin. There's just people like that. But I will say he has one of, like, if not the highest, one of the absolutely craziest, highest fight IQs that we've ever seen. That is definitely true. All right, I have to leave. I'm not going to have any time now to set up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the conversation. If it's a perfect world scenario, I'll be able to get on here again a little bit later today. Actually talk about some more about some actual UFC MMA stuff. I know we didn't get going on that till late in the stream, but I'm gonna go record. Hopefully you guys will scope out the Moss and Jesse show later today. Who would win? DC or John? DC will kill him. John's afraid. That's why he didn't want to fight him. Step up to fight, rather. Step up to fight. But you wouldn't step up to fight, rather.